welcome back to Watch Enclave. I've been using this watch for a while now, and it's time to share my thoughts on it with you. Let's jump right in and take a closer look. So, this is how it arrived. A pretty basic plastic box, which is pretty typical for most AliExpress watches. But hey, it's not about the packaging, it's about what's inside. And here we have it, wrapped in a plastic cushion for some extra protection. Let's take this bad boy out. And here it is, IXDAO Diver watch. Straight out of the box, it's a beautiful piece with a great blue bezel and an overall solid look. This particular model comes with two movement options, the PT5000 and the SW200. Personally, for a Chinese watch, I always go with the PT5000. It gives you great performance at a lower price. We go through some of the other features and see if this watch really delivers for that $200 price point. Taking a closer look at the dial, you can see it's clearly inspired by the Sirica 5303. It's a homage watch and it's done very well. The dial is beautifully clean, without a logo, just like the original Sirica. It's got applied markers and white hands filled with Swiss Super Luminova, which gives it that classic dive watch look. One of my favorite features here is the combination of brushed sides and polished edges, which gives a nice visual contrast. The watch has a domed sapphire crystal, and let me tell you, the anti-reflective coating works wonders. There isn't much glare at all when you look at it in different lighting, and it has that premium feel. The crown here is a screw-down crown, which is pretty standard for diver watches. It has a big, grippy feel at 7.5 millimeters, making it easy to handle. Let's unscrew it and show you how the date change works. As you'd expect with the PT5000 movement, it's got a smooth action and it changes right around midnight with no noticeable lag. Then you can screw it back in and get that solid, reassuring winding feel. As for dimensions, it's about 39.8 millimeters in diameter, and I think that's pretty accurate. The bezel slightly hangs over, which adds a bit to the overall feel of it. The thickness comes in at 12.6 millimeters, and the lug-to-lug is around 46.7 millimeters. For my 6.5-inch wrist, this is really comfortable. The crown itself is 7.5 millimeters, which is a pretty big crown, but it fits with the overall rugged look. Now, on to the bezel action. This is where it's a bit of a mixed bag for me. The bezel is tight, and I wouldn't call it the smoothest I've experienced. There is a little bit of resistance here, which makes it a bit tricky to turn at times, but once you get used to it, it's not too bad. Let's start by taking a closer look at the Milanese bracelet. At first glance, it almost gives the impression of an integrated design, but it's not. This allows for some versatility if you ever want to swap it out. What I really love is how it catches the light when I'm out and about. It adds a subtle, elegant shimmer. Moving on, the buckle is signed with the brand's logo, which is a thoughtful touch, though I do wish the clasp mechanism felt a bit smoother. Turning to the case back, there's not much happening here. It's a standard case back with a simple functional design. But back to the bracelet, its tapering is really well done. Starting at 20 millimeters at the lugs, it gracefully slims down to 16 millimeters at the clasp, giving it that classic refined look. Overall, for the price, this bracelet punches well above its weight. Like I mentioned earlier, this one's equipped with the PT5000 movement. It's basically a clone of the ETA 2824, an elegant, reliable clone. The watch runs smoothly, and I haven't noticed any quality control issues. For a $200 watch, it's pretty amazing that the PT5000 provides such consistency. Here's how it wears on my 6.5-inch wrist. As you can see, the lugs curve down nicely and they don't overhang at all, which makes it super wearable even for smaller wrists like mine. The bracelet tapers down nicely too, giving it a sleek profile. The overall case design reminds me of the Omega Seamaster with how it hugs the wrist, which makes it feel very secure and balanced. The lume on this watch is surprisingly good. It's got Swiss Super Luminova and it stays pretty bright for a decent amount of time. I've done some lume testing and even after a few hours, it's still quite legible. For a budget diver, I'd say the lume is a big plus. Alright, so let's quickly go over the pros and cons. Starting with the pros, you've got great build quality for the price, a reliable PT5000 movement, excellent lume, and a really well done homage design. Now, on the con side, the bezel action could be better, and I do find that the bracelet can be a bit of a hair puller if it's not adjusted tight enough. But those are minor issues in what is otherwise a fantastic value watch. So, final thoughts. For $200, this diver from AliExpress is seriously impressive. It's got the looks, the quality, and the features that make it a true contender in the budget diver segment. I think it's absolutely worth considering if you want a capable, well-built homage diver without breaking the bank. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. And let me know, would you consider picking up this homage or do you prefer the originals? Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.